everyone, today I'm going to be filming a fall makeup tutorial, and this is my first ever fall makeup look and I'm super excited. I gave you guys two lip options just because I know some people are a little scared to go a little more dark, so I gave more of a neutral lip color, and then of course this dramatic purple plum lip. If you want to see how I got this makeup look, then please keep watching.
To start off, I'm using the Benefit Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer, and I'm just blending that out. And I'm using this to make sure that my eyeshadows stay on for the longest amount of time possible. And then I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Artist Shadow in M664, and I'm just putting that into my crease and blending it out with a MAC 224 blending brush. So I'm just going back and forth in windshield wiper motions, and I like to just build up the product. I don't like to put too much at once. I just kind of like to build up my color. And next, I'm going into the Velvet 59 eyeshadow palette, and I'm just using that orange shade and kind of carving out my crease a little more, just so that color can just be a little more intense under the first shade that we put there. And using this darker brown shade, I am just carving out my outer V, and I'm going to blend that out as well. I want a very natural looking sparkly eye today, so I don't want it to be too intense. I still want it to be an everyday wearable shade. Next, I'm going into the Grunge palette from Lime Crime, and I'm taking the Muse shade and putting that right over the brown shade. And I'm going a little further into the crease with this shade because I really want that red to be very intense, because it's just such a beautiful shade for the fall. And I really love these red tone eyeshadows. And of course, as always, I'm going back and blending all those shades together just to give a very flawless blended eyeshadow look. You don't want to be able to see where you packed on any of those shades. I just like it to look like one blended color all together. So you don't want to be able to tell where you put the red, the brown, or the orange. Next, I'm going in with the ColourPop Birthday Eyeshadow, and I'm just putting that onto a MAC 224 brush and just packing that onto my lid. And I felt like this shade wasn't intense enough, so I'm going back into the Velvet 59 eyeshadow palette and taking Princess of China just to give it a little more intensity. And next, moving on to our face, I am using the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer, and I'm just putting that in the areas where I have more pores on my face. Now I'm just going to use the Cover FX concealer in the shade Orange to cancel out my dark circles, because I really want a bright highlight under there, and I'm just blending that out with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to set it with the Laura Mercier powder just so that the orange shade doesn't transfer when I'm putting my concealer on. For foundation, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in this shade 7.0. And I'm literally so obsessed with this foundation. It just has amazing coverage, it lasts so long, and the shade is just so perfect for my skin tone. The only thing is that it really accentuates my textured skin, which is kind of not my favorite type of foundation, but I still love it. Next, I'm using the Smashbox, I think it's the Waterproof Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Medium. This shade is such a perfect color for me. Like, it has just the right amount of yellow undertones in it, so it's literally my perfect shade. I thought it was going to be too light, but it actually worked out perfectly for me. And I'm blending that out with a damp beauty blender. And right after I blend out one side, I set it right away with the Laura Mercier powder just so that it doesn't crease. This concealer is also really amazing. I find that this combination together is probably going to be my new holy grail, but I want to keep testing it out first. Moving on, I'm setting my entire face with that Laura Mercier powder. For my eyebrows, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brown, the shade Chocolate, with my number 12 brush. You guys know the deal. And I'm just filling in my natural shape of my brows, but I'm going a little more intense on the pressure that I'm putting on the brush. When you put more pressure on the brush, it increases like the darkness that you get. So if you want a lighter look or a more natural look, you'll put light pressure, and for a more dramatic look, you'll put a lot more pressure onto the brush. So that's what I'm doing here. So now that my brows are done and we've let that powder sit for a little bit, I'm just going to dust it all off of my face. For eyelashes, I'm using the Vegas Me times Eyelure Glam. Is it Grand Glamour eyelashes? And I'm just coating my lashes with the mascara, which I always do because I just find that it gives more of a natural blend to your eyelashes and your eyeshadows together. And I always use my tweezers to just help me apply them because I feel like it makes it super, super easy. And as always, I'm using my Holy Grail face powder, which is the MAC Studio Fix Foundation Powder. Nothing can beat this powder in my book, and I'm in the shade NC42, and I use a Morphe ME4 brush to put that all on my face. I'm using the MAC Refined Bronzer in a limited edition packaging to just bronze up my entire face. And next I'm using the MAC Blunt Blush to just contour and carve out my cheekbones a little more. And I just love the combination of these two together. Like this video if you'd like to see a full highlighting and contouring video, because I would definitely want to do that for you guys. And I'm using that same blush to just contour my nose. And to highlight my inner corners, I'm using the MAC eyeshadow in Nylon. And for blush, I'm using a Kat Von D Duo. I don't remember the name of it, so I'll link it down below. But I found this at Marshall's for $7.99, so it was on sale. And I don't think you can get it in Sephora anymore. To highlight my face, I'm using the Makeup Geek Times Kathleen Lights Highlighter Palette. And as I'm using the Gold Shade, and as always, I lay down the product first, and then I spray my face with a facial spray and blend that in with a beauty blender. You'll see that here. And I feel like it just gives a glow from within, which I love. And for the lips, I wanted to give two options for a fall look. So first, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Ashton. And I'm going to line my lips using the MAC lip liner in Strip Down. And I like to line my lips afterwards because I feel like that's what gives the final look of a perfect lined lip. option, I'm using the MAC lipstick in the shade Eugene, and I'm just doing the same thing that I did with the other color. I'm putting it all over my lips first, spreading that color out, and then to perfect the lip shape, I use a lip liner. So I wasn't really loving this look, so I decided to add the MAC liquid lipstick in the shade Old Lady on top, just to give a prettier look. And if you're going to do this, I would suggest putting the liquid lipstick first and then putting the lipstick. I just had to do it this way because I didn't know that I wanted to do this look. And that is the end of our video. I really hope you guys liked this fall makeup tutorial. And if you'd like to see more looks, then don't forget to like and subscribe to my page. Thanks for watching.